You think you've seen the internet. Trust me, you've only been staring at the shiny tip of an iceberg, hiding some seriously creepy depths. Most people only scroll the glittery part, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. But the deeper you look, the internet transforms into something strange, hidden, and far more unsettling than you imagine. Surface web, the tip of the iceberg. And here's where it all begins. The surface web, the internet everyone knows. This is the front row, the glossy magazine cover, and the red carpet of the online world. It's the part you can access with a quick Google search. No special tricks are needed. Think about your everyday scrolls, Instagram stories, YouTube videos, celebrity gossip headlines, Facebook updates, late-night Reddit questions, and even browsing cheap deals on Temu or peeking at OnlyFans pages. All of that exists in this single thin layer floating above the rest of the internet. The surface web is completely public and indexed by search engines. That means Google, Bing, or Yahoo can easily crawl through it and show you results. No mystery, no locked doors. Everything is right there, ready to click. But here's the twist. This world you spend hours in represents only a tiny slice of the real internet. The deeper layers beneath it, they make the surface look like a shallow kiddie pool. And that's where things start to get dark. Bergy web, the murky middle. But wait, it gets murkier when you dive just a little deeper. Beneath the clean, polished surface web lies something most people never think about: the bergy web. This is the part of the internet that doesn't show up on your average Google search. It's where things start slipping into that strange gray zone. Not totally illegal, but definitely not the shiny, family-friendly stuff you're used to. Think of piracy sites, where you can stream the latest movie for free, or download expensive software without paying a dime. Or imagine you're in a country like China, where YouTube is blocked. The bergy web is where people figure out ways around those walls, using mirrors and links to reach content they're not supposed to see. And then there's 4chan. If you've ever wandered into that chaotic jungle, you know it's a mix of everything. Conspiracy theories, memes that spiral out of control, and conversations you wouldn't exactly want your mom to read. To even get here, you often need direct URLs or extra tools. It's not automatically open to you like Instagram or Facebook. And this is only the beginning. The shadows grow darker the deeper we go. Deep web, hidden majority of the internet. And here's where it gets even crazier: the deep web. If you thought the bergy web was a little sketchy, the deep web is on a whole different scale. This hidden world makes up about 96% of the entire internet. Yeah, almost everything online lives here, not on the surface you're used to scrolling. What's inside? Things you'd never expect. Your private medical records, your banking details, confidential government archives, even academic research papers stored behind paywalls. Unlike the surface web, you can't just Google your way into this space. Most of it sits behind locked logins and encrypted systems. To peek inside, you'd often need a proxy, special tools like the Tor browser, and a bit of technical knowledge. Now here's where the line blurs. For the most part, the deep web exists for legitimate reasons: privacy, security, and protecting sensitive data. But hidden among the safe stuff, you might stumble across banned movies, censored documentaries, or restricted media that governments would rather keep buried. So the deep web becomes this strange balancing act. On one hand, it's where privacy lives. On the other hand, it's a place where questionable activities quietly hide in the shadows. And trust me, the next layer, that's where things go from shadowy to downright sinister. Dark web, the infamous layer.
The idea of the dark web tends to bring to mind images of hoodie-clad hackers in dark basements, like some kind of parallel economy or the Illuminati of the internet.
But this is the point where the shadows swallow everything: the dark web. This is the internet's most infamous corner, and for good reason. To even get here, you need the Tor browser, which runs on the Onion Router network. Think of it like sending a letter through a maze. You know where it starts and where it's going, but the path in between is scrambled and hidden. That's how Tor keeps your browsing anonymous and encrypted. Inside, you'll find marketplaces that feel a lot like Amazon, except instead of headphones or sneakers, you see stolen credit card numbers, fake passports, and even services offering to hack accounts or launch DDD attacks. Shockingly, many of these shops even have reviews and star ratings, just like regular e-commerce. But here's the thing, it's not completely lawless. Law enforcement agencies actively monitor the dark web, shutting down illegal sites and tracking users. The most famous case? Silk Road, run by Ross Ulbricht, also known as Dread Pirate Roberts. His underground empire traded illegal drugs and contraband until one small mistake in a public library led to his capture. And then there's the disturbing side. Sites like Pink Meth allowed people to post explicit images of their exes without consent, often linking victims' personal info. It was eventually shut down during Operation Animus in 2014, alongside dozens of similar sites. Even forums get darker here. If 4chan felt chaotic, 8chan made it look tame. So problematic that Google banned it from search results. 8chan became infamous for hosting some of the most disturbing and extremist content online. Rumors swirl about red rooms, live stream torture, or murder for pay. Most experts believe these are just urban legends, but the very idea shows how terrifying this space's reputation has become. Still, not everything is evil here. The dark web also serves as a safe space for journalists, whistleblowers, and activists escaping censorship in oppressive countries. In other words, it's not just crime, it's also survival. Marianas Web, myth or reality? And just when you think the dark web is the end of the road, whispers start about something far deeper, the Marianas Web. It's often compared to the Mariana Trench, the deepest part of the ocean, and carries that same eerie sense of the unknown. According to online legends, this level is the most secretive layer of the internet, said to host top-level military networks and the world's most secure data. Some claim it's so locked down that only the most powerful governments or hidden organizations can touch it. The catch: ordinary computers won't get you anywhere near it. Supposedly, you'd need the power of quantum computing to solve the complex calculations and algorithms guarding its gates. That makes it feel more like science fiction than reality. And then come the conspiracy theories. People talk about the Illuminati using the Marianas Web to coordinate in secrecy or reference the chilling so-called Law of 13, but there's no concrete evidence. So, is it real? Or just one of the internet's creepiest myths? That's the debate. Some swear it exists, hidden far below our reach. Others argue it's nothing more than digital folklore. Either way, its legend makes the internet feel even darker. Intermediary Layer, dangerous bridge. But wait, it gets even riskier with the Intermediary Layer. This level is described as a fragile bridge connecting the Marianas Web to the next stage, known as the virus soup. Here the dangers are no longer just myths. Anyone wandering in could attract the attention of serious criminals, drug traffickers, human smugglers, and organized crime groups lurking in the shadows. It's like walking into a neighborhood where you know you don't belong, and every step puts you at risk. Some say you'd still need the immense power of quantum computing just to navigate safely, since even the smallest mistake could expose you to dangerous players. Whether it's real or exaggerated, one thing is clear. The Intermediary Layer is portrayed as the internet's version of a no man's land, where every move feels like you're being watched. Fog/virus soup, cyber battleground. And here's where the internet turns into an all-out battlefield, the fog, also called the virus soup. This layer is described as the arena where only the most daring digital explorers go head-to-head. The goal? To reach what's called Level 8, often described as the holy grail of internet power. Whoever gets there supposedly holds ultimate control, but the climb isn't simple. Rumors suggest fierce competition, with users trying everything to outsmart, sabotage, or block each other. It's less about browsing and more about survival of the fittest. Imagine a ruthless race where you either rise higher or get crushed trying. Is it real? Hard to say. Most of these tales sound mythical, yet they add an extra creepy flavor to the lore of the internet. The very idea that people would battle in hidden layers for digital dominance feels like a cyberpunk nightmare come alive. Primarch System, the final enigma. And finally, at the very bottom of the iceberg, lies the most unsettling mystery of them all, the Primarch System. First noticed during deep web scans in the early 2000s, this system behaves unlike anything else online. Instead of open interaction, it sends out unchangeable commands but refuses to respond to any attempts to alter or communicate with it. Even today, nobody has successfully cracked it. Not even quantum computing, supposedly the key to unlocking the deepest web, has managed to break through. That alone has fueled endless speculation. Some theorists believe the Primarch system is a covert control mechanism, a kind of hidden switchboard for the entire internet. Others say it could be an experimental government project testing secure networking beyond our understanding. And then some think it might not be man-made at all, but something far stranger. Whatever it is, the Primarch system represents the ultimate enigma, an unseen hand that might control the digital world we depend on every day. So here's the truth. We only ever touch the glittery surface of the web, while beneath it lie layers of mystery, danger, and chilling secrets. Some real, some pure myth, but all terrifying. What do you think? Drop your thoughts and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.